Last time, we started stripping down and sketching out a new design for the Joyo American Sound, and we ended by outlining the sketch with Posca pens. This week, we're going to try to do some painting and really give this thing some character. Welcome to the 8-Bit Guitarist. I realized last week I didn't really explain what the Posca pens actually were. For those of you not familiar with them, they're effectively just markers but loaded with acrylic paint. They come in different sizes, fine point, medium point, thicker ones, and they take a little bit to get used to because they're not entirely like using a regular marker. And it's one of those things that you really have to get used to. One of the things I learned, if you attempt this, you should make a point to do the color first and then outline last. It's hard to wrap your head around that idea since this is paint, and so when you color over the black lines, the color ends up on top. The color ends up staying, not like if you use marker or crayons or something. If the darker color is prominent, that's not the case here. I went full on Miami Vice with the yellow, pink, and blue when I did the lettering and background field. Because why wouldn't that make sense, since last time I talked about this is supposed to be the tormented spirits of Buddy Holly and the Crickets pretending to be like the Beach Boys or something. So yeah, why wouldn't it make sense to make it an 80s theme on top of that? I'll be honest with you guys, my camera messed up when I did the blue background, so unfortunately you're only going to see the tail end of it. It was really just me filling in things anyway, not terribly exciting. One of the problems of using a smaller pen, I think this is the medium tip, was that filling in the background didn't come out evenly. I had to go back and do multiple coats to try to fill in all the spots, and it still didn't quite get where I needed. The paint just kind of moved around on the pedal itself. Afterwards, I hit the whole thing with a few layers of clear coat, and then put the knobs back on. It's a bit goofy looking, but I kind of like how it turned out. I think if you're looking to put together an ampless rig for your 80s style goth rock, surf rock hybrid band, well, this one's perfect. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's video. It was another weird divergence from what I usually do. If you guys liked it, let me know in the comments. Now, one last thing to mention on the American Sound. I was planning to do a demo with it, and I was going to put lead lines down to the backing track that you guys heard, but I could not get a good sound out of it for the recording. Now, that's interesting because, you know, I've been talking it up this whole series. It sounds great live, but to get a good sound for a recording, it wasn't quite up to snuff. So something to consider if you go to purchase one. Maybe you'll like it anyway. I mean, it's $30. It might be worth a shot. You might like it as it is. I might still end up posting a demo with just the American Sound solo. Now, all that said, I will put a link to some the better demos out there on YouTube down in the description, so check those out. And if you guys have any questions or even suggestions, be sure to leave them down in the comments. That's all I have for this week, guys. Remember, you can find me on Instagram and all of the other social media at the 8-Bit Guitarist. And yeah, thanks everybody.